My name is Beth Jenkins. I'm one of the pilots on the Devil Dog B-25, and I started flying in 1980 when my dad took me up for a flight, and I got hooked, and that's all I've been doing since. I own a flight school in Georgetown, Texas, and got involved with wanting to have an open house for that flight school, and ended up putting on 32 air shows. And in '88 I got a ride on the Yellow Rose B-25, and I got involved with the Commemorative Air Force.
My name is Valerie Scott, and I'm privileged to be a first officer on the second in command here on the Devil Dog. I started flying in 1978, and I got all my ratings and flew some corporate, went to the airlines, and ended a career with United Airlines as a 777 captain. Knowing that I was going to retire, I was looking around for general aviation flying, and I found Beth's flight school and the Devil Dog in the hangar. So back in 2016, I joined the unit, and in 17 I started flying as a pilot on the Devil Dog B-25.
So getting involved with the Commemorative Air Force was very fortunate for me. So I been able to fly the Devil Dog and the Yellow Rose B-25 and be a part of the family, the CAF family, and being one of the only females rated in the B-25 for the CAF for many years. So I got type rated in 2007. So it's great to have Valerie and Ashley get involved and mentor these women, and Ashley's getting young where she can take the lead and be PIC, and we can mentor more girls to becoming co-pilots on the Devil Dog B-25.
Yes, it's been a great opportunity because it's a great warbird community, and there are even some scholarship opportunities coming up for people to get tail wheel ratings and bomber type ratings, and it's a very encouraging place and a great community to participate in.
You know, getting other women involved, or even other men involved in flying the B-25 is fun, and the airplane is a little harder to fly. I came up from a background of my biggest airplane I flew was a Baron. Valerie flew.
I came off a 777, so quite a difference in automation, but a real joy to return to the basic roots of aviation and to really get the hands-on flying again and although the flying of the airplane is a lot of fun, I personally found the taxiing of the aircraft to be a bit challenging, and as pilots we always love a challenge. So it's taken a little bit, and with her instruction I've been able to get very comfortable with that now.
Articulate that, in which way you find it.
Well, there's no direct linkage to the nose gear, and so there's a lot of pause with the braking action. So you press the brakes and then you wait 1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato, 4, and then something happens. And then the tendency is to overcorrect or back off the brake when you should really just add a little more of the other. So it's a very nice little tap dance almost, and you don't want to wear out the brakes. We want to take care of the equipment. So and the nose gear is the weakest part of the airplane. We want to protect that as well.
Beth, what are you looking for? What characteristics are you looking for a B-25 pilot that would like to join the Devil Dog Squadron?
Well, we're looking for somebody who's devoted to the CAF. I mean, we're family and we're here to keep history alive. So they have to have a passion like we all do, and they have to get involved. It's such a great opportunity to work with the Commemorative Air Force, because neither one of us could go out and fly B-25. We couldn't afford to do that. But you work hard and you get involved and you show your passion, and of course you have to have your qualifications of your skills, and you can become involved. And any girl out there, if I'm at air shows, I'll ask if they want to be pilots. Oh, I don't know. And I'll say, why not? I get to fly this one. And you can do whatever you put your mind to. And the industry right now, there's such opportunities out there for aviation.
There are, and we always want to remember those who came before us, like the women Air Force service pilots, those like Rosie the Riveter that helped build these airplanes, and then those beside us now, and then those that come behind us to try and inspire those next generations. And this is a wonderful venue to do it. And it's a very family-oriented thing, going to these air shows and sharing the histories with the veterans. We're so privileged to meet the veterans.
Hi, my name is Ashley Shelton. I'm one of the co-pilots on the Devil Dog B-25. And we're here at OSH 22 this year, and I'm 35 years old, and I got interested in aviation when I was about 7 years old. My dad and I used to build model airplanes. Kind of lost the interest after a while and decided to be an air traffic controller in the Air Force. And when that didn't work out, I went to school to become an air traffic controller and then had a little bit of a roundabout career doing that, airfield operations, and then decided to quit that job to become a full-time student pilot. And then in about 2 years, I went from my private all the way through my MEI. And Beth here gave me 4 of my ratings. Commercial, multi, CFI, II, and MEI. I got into the Commemorative Air Force by way of Beth Jenkins. I met her several years ago at air shows. I used to do wing walking at air shows all over the United States, and so one year we were at Waco, Texas, and the show got rained out, and I was working, I think, on my commercial at that time. So I approached her, or actually you may have approached me, but about doing the multi-engine rating down in Georgetown, Texas. So I ended up going down there and ended up completing 4 of my ratings and got to hang around the Devil Dog group quite a bit. And after I got my multi-engine rating and I built the hours and the requirements for the CAF, I started flying the Devil Dog. Flying the Devil Dog has been probably my greatest challenge so far. Have a lot of tailwheel experience and fly a lot of other challenging airplanes, but this one has been probably the most challenging, and the most challenging part about it is the taxiing. It was really hard for me at first because you have to, you kind of have to press on the brakes a little bit and wait for them to respond. It's not like, most other airplanes, even like the B-17 or the 29 that have totally different gear setups. You kind of have to wait for the response. And so if you can taxi the airplane, you can fly the airplane. But it's been a great experience so far. I learned a lot. It's really kind of a unique experience to have 3 women pilots flying a B-25. It's somewhat uncommon. I think Beth was the only female pilot flying the B-25 for the Commemorative Air Force for many, many years, maybe until Valerie decided to fly, and then I have started to fly it as well. It's just kind of a fortunate thing that we all I don't live in Texas, but I commute. I have a little airplane, I fly down there, which enables me to be a part of the squadron, but the fact that they live so close together and are all members of the same squadron and all pilots, to be able to fly it is pretty unique.
It's the first time at Oshkosh where we've had the 3 of us here at the same time, and being an unmanned cockpit to fly Oshkosh is quite an experience, and hopefully it's an inspiration to all the young women out there and even the young men, because there's so many opportunities to fly aviation right now. We've got to get them started now because we're shorthanded pilots. So if you wanted to become a part of the Devil Dog Squadron, you could go on our website, thedevildogsquadron.com, and you could go to our Facebook for Devil Dog Squadron. And we're always looking for people to participate who have a passion in aviation and aviation history. And the greatest thing is you'd be a part of the Commemorative Air Force, and it's one of the largest flying museum in the United States. And we're here to present the airplanes for these kids to touch and see and feel and inspire all the kids to come